I haven't done a review of my daily practice prayer book for a little bit, so I thought I would share August and then move over to September. I wanted to talk about the fact that this is 30 days. Oh, sorry about my fingernails there. I need to redo them. Um, but this is part of the 30 Days of Goddess practice that Molly Reamer created in 2021. I think she actually created it in 2020, but it started in 2021. But so she's been making these little daily practice prayer books. There's also log books and some other things that she has. So she creates a lot of stuff. So I wanted to show you that sometimes, oh, sorry, hang on. Sometimes I do like put stuff on the first couple of pages. I am a sticker queen. I love to use stickers as much as I can. It was Cauldron Month in August, right? So here's some more stickers, sort of decorating Molly's poetry. Here is the word list. I also included the words for the month. So this word here is like the one she came up with last year. This one is the one she did for her Omen Days, which she generally is done in December. This is the one, my Omen Days word, which I also did in December. And the goddess we were working with was Medusa. This was a layout, again, created by Molly. Here we go, bridgetsgrove.com. That's where you can actually find a lot of information about stuff. I forgot to date this, but it was sometime in September when I did this particular spread, which is really interesting, right? So, this is the from the lab, inspired by the Labrys card. And then you get the idea of what the 4 different positions are. Lammas was day 1, August 1st. This is by, oh my gosh, I've forgotten her name. Leslie Breginski. I bought one of her coloring books, and I copied the picture so I could put it in here, and so I didn't want to take the coloring book apart. And I put it in there with the option of coloring it or leaving it black and white. And as you can see, I did not color it. This was I got like a pack of like 4 of these advice from cards. This is advice from a garden, and I put some of Molly's poems in there, or little, inspiration pieces. I'm trying to make it sure that everybody can actually see. Make it a little bit brighter there. And then I added some stickers to the front of that. These are also from little cards that Molly made. This is I actually wrote this one. The sacred is always available to us, within us, and all around us. You are sacred space. This one I just went sticker crazy. Sometimes I do a really great job of my art pages being, putting a lot of stuff together, and sometimes not as much. This is art by Kelly Lincoln of Dancing Goddesses. I am actually a patron of her, so every month I get something, and every year I get an altar cloth, which the first one I kept, but the others I've been like so excited about them, but I've shared them with people that I know would really like the art. So there we go. That's Kelly Lincoln. This is art that was done by some unnamed librarian at the Lakeville Public Library, where a number of my friends and I like to go. And they were doing a reading challenge in August. Yeah, August, I think. And or we were doing it over the summer. It was ending in August. But anyway, morale. And this day, I had the Great Wheel was my woman rune. Oh, here's the same artist who did this picture. These are some stickers I got again. And I wanted to put this one here, and so I just wrote around it. Another something that I wrote. We don't have to explain ourselves. Our magic is just being and doing what we love. Let people misunderstand you. Just be yourself, and your circle will find you. words of encouragement, right? So here are the three words. Home was my word, so there's not something that already pre-made with it on it. For our goddess Medusa. All I did this day was pull cards, and I probably actually went back later and put the art in, because that's what happens sometimes. And other times, if I don't get to the art stuff, I just leave it, right? More stuff by Molly. This is from just a little, it has pictures, it has word search puzzles, it's a whole sort of thing. Anyway, occasionally I will put that in there again. I left myself the option to color it or leave it. I didn't color it. More stuff by Molly. See, this is, again, you can see, if I wrote this up here, that means I just pulled cards that day, so which means I probably went back and actually put some of this in. This is another one by Leslie. This is a little goddess figurine thing, picture. I'm being very clear today, aren't I? By Molly. Here's another one, Advice from a Ladybug. Then I got stuff on there. And this one I just filled up with stickers. The ladybugs were already present inside the card. And again, as you can see, I ended up just putting lots of stickers, which means I probably did not do the art pages that day. Oh, this one was lovely. These are just, again, more fun stickers. I actually wrote stuff down, so that tells me I was, I actually probably wrote that down on that, probably did the art pages on that day. This is artwork by Judy Kramer. She does some amazing work. I actually have a couple of these from her, and a beautiful Venus painting that I haven't put back up yet because as I'm moving stuff around in my office, I'm having less wall space. So I have to figure out what I want to do with that one soon. And I also sit with it with this card. I thought that was a nice combination. So this is like a collage. So sometimes there are words behind it. More stuff from Molly. Also stuff from Molly. This one was hard to read, especially up here, so I rewrote it here and realized afterwards that no need to do it right. I somehow missed that, but that's okay. I think you get the basic message even without that line. But I liked this, it was hard to read in some spots. So I wanted, in case I did go back and look at it again, I wanted to be able to kind of have a sense. These are all by Molly. This is with the same book that the owl came from. And again, I make copies rather than rip apart the book, so I can potentially color it twice. Another this is advice from a honeybee. Isn't that the cutest little honeybee? They just look very happy. So actually I ended up getting these two books. I didn't know they were for kids, which is fine if they are. But they had, one was called rainbow stickers, and the other one was fantasy stickers, but they also had a lot of rainbow stuff. So those are fun. This one I did a lot of writing, right? Small note, this is about the fact that new moon is considered something different depending upon who you're talking to. Dark moon is, again, something different depending upon who you're talking to. For some, dark moon is the night before the new moon, as it's called. For others, dark moon is the 3 days that it's the darkest, and new moon isn't until we can actually see the first sliver of Diana's bow. My affirmations: I do the work needed to sustain and nourish myself, my home, and my loved ones. May my day be filled with ease and gentleness, joy, healing, and care. And that can tell you a little bit from me kind of summarizing from the cards. This is the day I obviously literally just wrote down the cards. I also went to the Ren Fair this day with my friend Megan, and we had a great time. So this was a sticker I added later. Another day where all I had the energy for was to pull cards. I didn't do artwork. These two, I went back later and added the stickers and the parking thing, as well as this day. I really, and I noticed that in most months, I have a couple of days that I just struggle to get to more than just pulling cards, and that's often during the days that I have a lot going on, right? This one, oh, this is where I thought I was. This is one that had morel, so I made sure to put morel mushroom there, and there, right? So pare down to what is essential and let the rest go, and then focus with curiosity on what is left. Breathe and focus on one thing at a time. Let go of distractions and focus on what needs doing, but do so with a grateful heart. So that gives you an idea how I sometimes will tie together the different cards and make little sayings there. Again, more of these cute stickers, more... I've suddenly forgotten what they're called. But they're little cards that Molly makes, snapshot cards. Sometimes for poetry, sometimes with just little blessings and things like that. Again, more of my rainbow little stickers there. This is another spread created by Molly. This one I did on the day that I have it by. So, and I wrote down what I used. I used the Way of the Panda Tarot. It is so cute. I'm just gonna say. Here's some art by Joni Ray Latham. This is so if you're on Facebook, and I think on Instagram they go by Tales of the Kitchen Witch, and so that's really cool. Another piece of art, because I started supporting their Patreon as well, and so I got a little bit of art there. But that's just so beautiful. Like, this would make a lovely tattoo, right? And this is more stuff by Molly. And this is, just some fall background because, woohoo, it's the end of August. We're moving into the Burr months, and I love autumn. It is my favorite season, and anybody who's actually paid attention kind of knows that by now. So that's kind of where that is. And then sometimes, I didn't this time, sometimes I will do additional art pages afterwards. I did take a lot of the pages in the back out because that's stuff that you can actually use in it. So I want to show you September before I do anything to the pages that I've skipped. This has already been a difficult month. Last week was really hard for me. I had a lot of stuff going on, and I wasn't feeling well physically. So here we go. Right. So nurture plus spacious are Molly's words, and joy was my word. And actually, I honestly love this. So I've been writing nurture, spacious, joy a lot, because that just feels, right. Now, I haven't done anything here. This was in the back. I haven't filled it out yet. And put this over, hang on, let me pull out a book that I haven't done anything to. So usually what that page looks like is this. Gives you a chance to do, tracking habits, or for people who have menstrual cycles, that might be something you want to keep track of. Keeping track of the moon cycles, keeping track of your moods. I don't do the mood thing because I discovered pretty early on that I get too dogmatic in when I think, what is my mood? Do they mean my mood right now? Does that mean my mood for the day? How will I know what my mood for the day is? Do I go back and do it at the end of the day? And then I was like, you know what? No. So for me, I always put a line through the mood because that was just a little too much for me. So the goddess we're working with this month is Demeter or Demeter. And I'm working with the felt tarot, which was originally felted, and then the pictures were taken of the felting to create that tarot, which, does my yarn loving heart well, and then I'm using the Knitter's Oracle. So here is a day that no art pages. I did write down the meanings of the cards, but I just didn't get any further than that. This day, pulled cards, nothing else, right? Very busy. That's a Wednesday. I have classes on the day on Wednesday. Thursday, there we go. That's all I did. Friday, I just pulled cards and then I went back and I put this specific sticker here, but then I didn't ever go back and actually do anything beyond that. So I pulled cards in the morning, didn't write them down, and then the evening I realized I don't have the energy to write this down, so I just did this. But I'd already put this sticker here, so like, yes, no. The next day I think I put the rest of these stickers to kind of like have a theme. And believe it or not, these are all Diwali. All those fireworks and that's all. I got a package. I didn't realize what it was. I thought it was like just celebrations and stuff, and it ended up being Diwali. And I'm like, yay for Diwali. But I don't know when Diwali is or was this year. Somehow I missed that. Anyway, here's another day. Saturday. Was not feeling well on Saturday. But then Sunday, boom. Full moon. I have a picture of my card was the Hermit, so I did have a couple of stickers. These stickers aren't all of even the major arcana, just a couple of them. So this one I was excited that I had that. But I'm super excited about autumn coming in, as you can see. Monday, boom, that's it. I actually put these in on Sunday and thought that I would do more on this page, but I didn't. I pulled cards and I wrote them down. And this is today. Again, I wasn't really feeling about being too creative. I just wanted to fill the page with stickers. And then I did write down what all the cards mean. But I kind of just wanted to give you an idea. And the main reason why I talk about the fact that sometimes I don't do more than just pull cards is that I think that sometimes when people see finished work by people, or they see like when I actually do have stuff on the page, then they kind of, I feel like they judge themselves against that. And so I want to share that there are some days that only thing I do is pull cards, and I might not even write it down anything about the card until like the next day. If I try to at least write down what card I pulled, right? But I wanted to, like remind you that we all, every day is different. You do what you can. One thing, you don't have to do all the things. I know Molly says that, in a lot of her videos for 30 Days of Goddess, etc. But I want to reinforce that too. It is okay if you don't do all the things. If the only thing you do is wake up in the morning and, say thank you for this day, then you have done a piece of daily practice. If you want to go all out and spend 3 hours, which I do sometimes when I get all excited and I just go to town and start doing art pages ahead of time, that helps too. So that's another thing. Sometimes doing the art pages and doing the card draws for me can be two separate activities, not necessarily all in one. So anyway, happy September. This is actually, believe it or not, my favorite month, even though my birthday is June, because it's the beginning of fall. So happy September. Let me put it on the right prayer book for that statement. And may this be a good month for you, for all of us. Blessed be.